Welcome back to the podcast. Thanks so much for being here. If you are listening to this on the day it comes out, happy Thursday to you. Hope you are having a great day. And if you check youtube.com/theedibleadventures, in fact, there's a new video that I posted, my solo video reviewing Viking Burger in Newport News, Virginia. Cool little place. Kept hearing about them on Facebook, and I was like, man, I got to see what this Viking Burger is all about. They have these really cool burgers where they stuff the cheese in the middle, kind of like a Juicy Lucy. And for those of you that aren't familiar with what a Juicy Lucy is, it's from the Midwest. People from wherever this is are probably going to want to kill me. I want to say, is it Minnesota that they're from, or Wisconsin, or somewhere out there? I don't. I'm already getting hate messages, but yeah, it's somewhere out in the Midwest where they invented the. You know what? I'm just gonna Google this really quickly. You guys don't mind, do you? Lucy. Let's see. Juicy Lucy. Yes. 2 bars in Minneapolis claim to be the inventor of the burger, while other bars and restaurants have created their own interpretation of the style. See, my first guess was right. And that just goes to show you guys that sometimes on your first guess, you should just go with your hunch. This could apply in many different things, but so anyway, where the hell was I? We're like 2 minutes in, and I'm already off the rails. The Juicy Lucy, that's what this Viking burger is like. They call it the Valhalla burger. I don't even know what the hell that means. Valhalla. I'm not even going to bother Googling it, but they have regular burgers too, and this is just like 2.5 minutes of trying to explain a burger. I was in Newport News. I tried this burger. I was going to Williamsburg to go to Busch Gardens. I told my buddy, I said, hey, he likes to go try new foods. And I was like, hey, you want to go try out this Viking burger? I heard about it. He was like, yeah. And he's like, you going to film? I was like, yeah, what the hell? Why not? And we found a nice little table outside. It was kind of like out of the way. And decided to go ahead and film it. So I got a video done. And I thought I was going to get ahead because when I was at Busch Gardens, I thought for sure that I was going to get a video done there. But let me tell you, they were like the most crowded that I have ever seen them ever. Like, we thought about waiting for a pretzel because they have different like countries, like in the park, Busch Gardens, they have like, Germany and Ireland and England and all this stuff. So over by Germany, they have these amazing pretzels, and we were going to go and get one, but like every single place, like the lines were just crazy. Like, they were the longest lines you've ever seen. And I don't know if it's just like one person working there. And I know, we're in a pandemic, obviously, still. And I know it's hard to find help and all that. So I'm not mad at the situation, but it's just more or less like, wow, there's a lot of demand. People, they want to get out of their house. They want to try to go out and do the things that they are used to doing. And they just want to get out there and have a good time. And they want to spend some money. They want to go to the park and ride some great rides. They want to get some great food. And so my original plan was, hey, I'm at this park. Why don't I go do like a walking food tour? I don't have to eat everything, but I can try like, maybe 1 or 2 places, and then maybe just show kind of like the rest of them, and maybe do some like narration, make it a different kind of video. And it just ended up not working out because there was just so many long lines. It was crazy. We didn't get to the park until like after 4 or 5 o'clock. They closed at midnight. If I had the thought about it, I probably, maybe would have said, hey, let's go earlier. But then again, we may not have gone to the Viking Burger. So the Viking Burger, that was like a sure thing, even though they were busy too. Like, we sat around and waited like 45 minutes for our order. There's a lot of demand there as well. So just a lot of waiting around this weekend pretty much is where I'm trying to go with all this. There's just a lot of waiting around. And what we ended up with was well, got one video. I wanted two, but we got one. So instead of being a week ahead, which is what I was hoping for, I'm now just pretty much just caught up and I have to go make a video. And knowing me, it'll probably be next Tuesday, the day before it has to go out, which is what happens every time. I mean, take this podcast, for instance. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, and it's got to be up in like 12 hours. Actually, not even like 10 hours, 9.5, 10 hours. It has to be up to go out to all of you. And this is just how I operate. And I know that I'm not alone. Like, there are creators that I follow, like on Twitter, who are like YouTubers and stuff like that. And they are like, you know, very successful people, or way more successful, you know, than I am, or they're doing it full time. And they're like, yeah, I wait to the last minute to do everything. It's like, yeah. So good to know I'm not alone. And as much as I hope that, you know, when the time comes when I can go full time and all that, I would hope that I'm not going to be that way, but I know myself, and it's probably going to be something resembling that. So yeah, go check out the Viking Burger video. I've kind of noticed a theme too about these videos, is that the last couple ones that I've done, Viking Burger, the Burger King Chucking, the McRib Killer, the Arby's Country Style, Subway, Chipotle, they're hovering around like 5 minutes. And I'm actually really happy about that, because when Larry and I started this channel, we were doing videos together. For starters, like only those videos, you know, we didn't really know what we're doing. I don't know. We still know what we're doing. I think we have a better grasp on it now, but it was one of those things where, like, you know, we would make these really long videos and we would leave a lot more in than probably needed to be left in. But it's like you learn the pattern, you look at, you know, your retention, and you look at people and like how far into the video they're watching. And there's a part of me that's like, you know, we're not, you know, we don't have enough subs to be monetized yet. So it's not like we're making money. Our livelihood doesn't depend on this yet. So why the hell are you looking so hard at these analytics like it really matters? You know, just make the videos you want, have fun and learn and all that. And I get that argument, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, but I just want to, like, I want to do more. I want to do better. I want to figure out, not the secret, but I want to figure out, like, what, you know, it's obvious that there are people that watch and like what we do. So how do we find more of those people? How do we keep the people that are here watching the videos longer? So on and so forth. So it's a learning process. You're just constantly learning. And I'm hoping one day to have this whole thing like figured out or something. So, but, you know, 5-minute videos, you know, I've learned to just cut a lot of the bullshit out and just get to it. Like, you watch most of these videos, I'm already eating in the first minute. It used to be like 3 or 4 minutes just to set it up. And if you think about it as a viewer, like, the best advice I could give, and I don't know that I'm really qualified to give advice because, you know, we're not like the super duper successful channel or anything, but the way I approach my videos is like, I watch it how I would watch it. And I have ADHD. So, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm just looking like, okay, I'm watching. All right, I'm already bored. Get to the point. So that's how I look at the edit. Like, when I watch back a video, I look at it and I'm like, okay, at what point do I start to get sick of it? And then I need to cut just enough around that to where the video just keeps going, it keeps flowing, and I'm not sick of it. And I'm almost to that point now. I'm almost getting to that point now where I can watch a video all the way through, and I feel like the pacing is where I want it to be. And that's a hard thing to find, really. I mean, and there's other things that I watch that I don't like at times, like just sometimes the way I talk or the way I do things, and I'm like, but that's just me. Like, and I am my own worst critic. And some of that stuff is like, I'll just let the people decide if they like me or not. You know what I mean? Like, some of that stuff is just me getting on me to get on myself. Like, that's just all that is. So yeah, I mean, I think that it's a good balance so far. I think I've not figured it out, but I've gotten to a point where I feel comfortable with it, and I'm going to continue to learn. And just like with the thumbnails and stuff like that, like learning that, trying different things. It's like, okay, I am in front of the building, or here I am in front of the actual plate of food, but the food is zoomed in. Okay, let's see what does better. So it's just constantly testing and trying things out, really. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And at this point, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore, but that's just kind of where my mind's at with it. But I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with where things are with kind of the position of it. One of the things I'm still trying to figure out is this podcast. I haven't quite figured out that, but I think I should save that for another episode, because we're getting towards the end of the year, and I kind of, things have changed with it. And so I've been thinking a lot in the background about, this podcast and what I want to do with it. And I'll probably address that on a future podcast when I figured it out. But for now, we're just doing the thing, man. We're putting out the pods, we're putting out the videos, everything's good. And I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But I want to thank you guys so much for checking it out. If you're still here, thank you so much. Go check out that Viking Burger video. I don't know what the next video is, honestly. I haven't thought that far yet. Probably should. But that's just me. I'll have it figured out Sunday or Monday and go record it Tuesday to upload it Wednesday, because that's just how I roll, I think. And by the way, Instagram now has put you can click the sticker in the story. So, we're going to put the stories up with the links to the videos, and you can just tap the sticker, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty pumped about that. I only waited 4 or 5 years on Instagram to be able to share links in my freaking stories. And it still doesn't work right, because they open up that weird what the hell, who cares? They open up the weird browser and people can't sign in, and it's just a whole, forget it. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you on the next podcast. See ya.